Okay, and I think we're live. Now let me go over to YouTube and I'm gonna push go live. Oh, yeah, I just got to do it on there first. And I'm gonna see if Jamie actually mentioned wanting to try to get on, my
Okay.
cousin. So anyway, so we're gonna wait for a few people to get into the chat here. But Jamie, he had a funny story. And I was like, save that for tomorrow. I'm gonna literally try to FaceTime him real quick. We already got 2 viewers on. Mando, what's up, man? I'm gonna try to literally my cousin Jamie, I'm gonna try to get hold of him. Hey, what's up, Hayes? How's it going, everybody? I'm gonna try to FaceTime my cousin Jamie, guys, see if he wants on.
Are
Oh, do I
you
sound
live?
good?
Are you live on YouTube?
We're both live. Hey, do you want on? Oh, you can't be on, can you? No, it's all I'm live right now, so don't say anything crazy. All right. Okay, I'm not gonna say. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't be there. I completely forgot. No, it's all good. We'll get you next time, right, brother? We'll see you. All right, so dude, hey, what's up, Cody? Movie Rules, Hayes, and Mando. You guys are here. Thanks for being here. So, my cousin Jamie, first of all, I told him to get on. We have to record this weekend. So, Tom's coming in to record Archer, Ninja Turtles, Breaking Bad, and a movie. And Jamie comes in too. And Jamie said, hey, I want to come in. I got this terrible case of the gout on my ankle. So I said, hey, save that for tomorrow. When Jamie, yeah, he's at a high school football game. They're in the playoffs. His girls, their high school. He's pretty passionate about sports.
Awesome,
I
dude.
love I love sports, but let me tell you, when my son got hurt, I didn't really go to the games. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, how you guys doing today? We got 10 viewers. Everybody say hello in the chat. Zach was actually going to join us too, but he's with his daughter right now. His daughter ended up staying home, and he always tries to be there because he doesn't get a lot of time with her. But I do have some cool stuff to talk about. I got a terrible thing to talk about, Tom.
Funny, terrible, or actually terrible?
I mean, it's not like life or death, but it's absolutely. One second, I'm trying to. Oh, this is our chat. This is the studio chat.
Well, Shane, when we get to the chat portion for YouTube, you're gonna have to read them off to me because I'm unable to see the live on YouTube right now.
You can't
It's
see the
not.
live on YouTube.
It's not coming up on 3rd Street for me.
We'll refresh it. Sean the
Okay.
Geek, what's up, dude?
Literally just now.
Okay. S. Marie, my favorite Mexican.
There we go.
Okay. So anyway, all right, guys. I do want to begin this by saying that our goal is to try to do this every week, but I imagine we will mostly do it every week, at least 3 times a month. Oh, you forgot the best part. The gout medicine gave me the massive shits. Okay. I'll never forget when we were. This is when Jamie moved away. He went to Cincinnati. He came back. We were playing basketball, and I mean, we weren't that young. I mean, he was probably in his 30s, and his leg was swollen. And Hayes, thank you for the tip, my brother.
Thanks,
you, dude.
Man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, dude. And I remember he took his freaking sock off. He said, look at this. I said, well, we just played basketball. Is this normal? And he pressed into it. And then he moved his hand, and there was perfect fingerprints there. And he said, does this look normal to you? So, yeah, his family suffers from gout. I mean, his family is my family, but I don't get the gout. The gout, they used to say, is a disease of kings, Jamie. I don't know if you knew that. Anyway, so I'm going to begin the stream by saying some cool stuff throughout the week. Some cool news. My parents are calling me, of course. We'll put them on speakerphone. Hello? All right, hold on. Well, I guess I got to turn on some internet.
Come on, man.
Well, I don't want them clogging up the internet, so.
You can't leave the kids in there without internet. It'll be anarchy.
Yeah. Anyway, so some of the big news for this week, to me, one of the biggest things and my least favorite thing. First of all, Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, the movie, we did react to that. The first season and the first movie. The second season and the second movie are still coming out. Your Asian blood protected you from the gout. That's right. That's right. You know why? the white man brought pork over to the islands, and we started making adobo with it. That's right, Jamie. So Mutant Mayhem, I don't say it's my favorite Ninja Turtles ever, but it's definitely funny. Kids liked it. It got really good reviews. Well, after the second season and the second movie, they're going to reboot the Ninja Turtles franchise again, and they're going to get the Sonic guys to do it. So, Tom, have you seen the Sonic movies?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen them yet, but I remember when it came out, everyone hated the Sonic model, so they redid the model. But those guys are going to do it, so they're going to have live action, and they're going to do CG/mocap hybrid. Oh, Goose!
Goose.
Oh, 50 Danish crowns. I think that's Danish crowns. Thank you, Goose. Appreciate you, brother. And Tracy, hey, how's it going? Hey, lads. Thought I would pop in for a little bit to say hello before bed. Thank you. And Shelly Marie, thanks for being on the chat. Alex G, do you just stream on YouTube or do you also stream elsewhere? Right now, we just stream on YouTube. So I think when we grow a little bit, we'll start streaming on Twitch. I even thought about doing reactions on Twitch, like that I won't put on the channel. Like, just there are certain things that aren't, they're just not things that I like to edit and put on here. But things that have been recommended to me, like some reality shows. And I don't want to become a reality show reaction channel, but if I was doing it on Twitch, it might be a fun diversion for you guys.
Right.
Anyways, Sonic. Those guys are going to do it, so they're going to have CG Ninja Turtles slash mocap, I guess, right? Anyway, so those guys are now going to be doing the new Ninja Turtle movies after the second season and the second movie of Mutant Mayhem come out. But the worst thing, and I'm fine with that, I would have liked to see Seth Rogen's Ninja Turtles have a little bit more growth and have time to mature, because it was legitimately like the funniest Ninja Turtles I've ever watched. And not funny the way Tom likes to laugh at things, but written to be funny. Okay? So The Last Ronin, which I have
see that is what I am. You know, you and I have talked about that, and Malachi, of course, on some of our TMNT reactions. But The Last Ronin is kind of what I'm stoked about.
Well, before I give you this news, Kevin K-Dog, one of my favorite guys from the old Blind Wave channel, he's on here. Hey, K-Dog, what's up, brother? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is going well with you and your daughter, man. Much love to you. And I see the game. I do want to look at the Game Awards, but let me say this first. The Ninja Turtles Last Ronin movie, for now, has been canceled.
Shane, that makes me want to take this computer that we're streaming on and chuck it across the room. But you still have some Last Ronin material actually in the studio. You're probably looking at it right now.
Yeah, the Last Ronin, it's holding up our TV.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people made a fuss about it. So it's everywhere now on social media, on Game Informer, it's on IGN, it's on comicbookmovie.com. But I think they reiterated to say, hey, it is not canceled. It is on the shelf because we don't want our first live action Ninja Turtle movie in 10 years to be an R-rated bloodbath.
Well, and that's the thing is I don't want to get roasted online for being the guy to say this, but I want, and I see some in the comments too, I want an R-rated Ninja Turtles. I do.
Me too. So we're going to get one. It's on the shelf. I think if people make enough noise, it's going to be just like with Sonic. When everyone made a huge fuss over the design, they actually delayed the movie and changed the design. So I think if fans, Turtle fans, like a lot of you guys in the chat, you just make sure you let it be known, hey, we want this movie. It's probably not going to happen right away, but it'll happen eventually. It's considered one of the best Ninja Turtle stories. So I literally got sick to my stomach when I read that last night. I got sick to my stomach, and then I went and took a massive deuce because I was sick to my stomach. Yeah. Oh my God, it was terrible. Anyways, can we have sports podcasts with Jamie? I think that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
I would love to do that. I don't know if that's a Third Street reaction thing. Doesn't mean we won't talk about sports on here sometimes. Do we get your rundown of the Game Awards? So I thought the Game Awards nomination, I thought they were nominated. Oh, the actual Game Awards are in December, but the nominations are out now. Okay. Um. Anyway, so Battle Guy, hey man, what we talking about? Just joined. We're talking about Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin being canceled, and they're rebooting the universe. Yeah, Jamie is on
Jamie.
Yeah, yeah. So they're going to Sonicify the movies. They just weren't particularly happy with Seth Rogen's version of Turtles. I think it's good for them to be different. I just didn't like Splinter, how he was making out with some bug. And here's another tidbit of news. I don't know about anything since let me rephrase this. So this has been floating around for a few days now. Tom, I don't know. I don't think you've seen much of really any superhero movies, but have you seen Man of Steel? I think you've seen Man of Steel.
Man of Steel is
Superman, Henry Cavill.
It's one of my favorite Henry Cavill movies.
Okay, so we haven't watched the new Superman movie. I heard it's good by James Gunn. I like it.
It's in our queue to watch it, isn't it?
It's on our queue. I want to do this weekend if we have time. So it's either doing that or starting Gen Z season 2. But maybe we'll save Gen Z for January. Saiban Hama. Okay, I don't want to mispronounce it. Shame, my man. Thanks to YouTube algorithm, I found you. I used to watch your reactions on your old channel. Hey, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. It's cool to have everyone on here. Anyways, supposedly if the Saudis buy Warner Brothers, James Gunn will be out, and they're going to try to bring back Zachary Snyder to recontinue the Snyderverse. So that means Henry Cavill will be back as Superman. That means supposedly Ben Affleck, they're going to try to bring him back as Batman. Gal Gadot back as Wonder Woman. I don't think Ezra Miller's coming back. I don't know if you know about that, Tom. This guy, he be strangling girls. He's strangled, and he's fought so many women over the past few years. He's got a lot of trouble. I don't think he'll be back. So say what you will about Saudis buying up American companies. I think there's something to be said about that. I'm not sure if it's always a good idea for America not to own our properties, but I would like to see Zack Snyder have retribution. He was kind of Tom. So I know you. I mean, have you seen any of the other movies? Just Man of Steel.
Like in the Superman universe, or just superhero movies specifically?
Just the Superman universe with Henry Cavill. Have you seen
a Batman versus Superman?
Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It kind of got mixed reviews. I liked it.
I had to watch it a couple times. The first time, I wasn't crazy about it. I thought that, well, there's just clearly no way that Batman's going to be able to, right? But then I watched it like 3 times, and by the third time, I was like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so, okay, Battle Guy, I agree. So I think I've already grieved the Snyderverse. I've grieved it. And now you're just bringing it back to life after I've already buried my son. He's going to come back to, you know what I mean? So I have mixed feelings about it, but if it's because I think it would be very unfortunate for James Gunn. He made a movie that got really good reviews. He's known to be kind of a creative genius. He's only has one movie right now, and that's Superman. But you'll be cutting him off at his legs before the universe has a chance to really mature. Just like the Ninja Turtles thing that Seth Rogen, they're canceling his Turtles. So this is what I think they should do. I think they should keep James Gunn and the Saudis to just create the Snyderverse, and they can be parallel stories. It could be like there's a Batman movie, Tom. It's so good. It's called The Batman. It's the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. Have you?
Yeah, it's one of my. I thought I was gonna hate it, and then I watched it, and it's one of my favorite Batman renditions.
He's fantastic, and not to mention, I think Matt Reeves. He's so good with atmosphere and lighting, and the use of the red, like that red flare at the end of the movie.
It's very had a very dark, gritty tone to it. It had a very like detective kind of themed. I liked it so much because it blew away what my expectations were for it. Because, he's not this super buff, jacked guy, right? Like Christian was. But, for being, like, what's supposed to be kind of a younger Batman, it was great, man. It was great.
Yeah. I think they should just run that universe parallel, in my opinion. And now Hayes is saying that they're not going to recontinue it. They're going to start a new one. I don't even know how I feel about that, because for me, the only reason to bring him back was to have Henry Cavill back. And I liked Ben Affleck as well. Oh my God, if you love the Batman movie, y'all should watch The Penguin Show. Mando, let me tell you right now, Zach and I reacted to The Penguin Show in its entirety. Man, this happens all the time, but it's on our playlist. We love The Penguin Show. I don't know Tom, though. Tom, I don't think you've seen it. It's on HBO. It's really good.
No, I've not seen it, and I've specifically held off on watching it in hopes that, you and I, or maybe me and Matt or something, will be able to watch it together.
Yeah. Guys, James Gunn being out, this is what I heard. I don't know if it's true. The chat will let me know. Because Ben Affleck, he had a really bad time with Batman, not because of Zack Snyder, but first of all, Zack Snyder's his daughter, tragically, she took her own life, and this is in the middle of making the movie. So he had to take a break. And then he got kind of pushed out in the middle of all that. Then they had someone else finish his movie, and he changed a bunch of crap. And so, it was just bullshit, dude. It's kind of heartbreaking, if you ask me. So for him to come back and get some kind of vindication, but Ben Affleck, he was an alcoholic at the time. He had just a very terrible time making those movies because he was going through a hard time, like a divorce with, I think it might have been Jennifer Garner, whoever his ex-wife is. Now I think his ex-wife is Jennifer Lopez. I think they got a divorce.
Yeah, anyways, they were together for a while, and then
it's awful what happened to Zach. But the Saudis are like, we'll just pay him any amount of money he wants to come back, because some Saudi prince is like, I want my Snyderverse. I'll just bankroll the whole thing. I don't care about profit.
Yeah, and he's he has the dough to back those words up, so he's doing okay financially.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so there's also, Tom, you know how much I'm into UFOs?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, today there was a documentary that came out called The Age of Disclosure. I thought we could watch a trailer for it and maybe react to it on here at some point. We can't react to it live because they'll get hit for copyright, but let me look it up real quick. Age of Disclosure. People have said it's absolutely the best UFO documentary ever.
Hey, Jamie, good news, man. I'll be there Sunday as well. So I guess Sunday, Shane, is going to be our Archer Day, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, there's a bunch of interviews for the Age of Disclosure. That's on Fox. It's on CNN. Dan Farah, the director, he's on the Joe Rogan podcast. But here's the trailer. Let me, 1 second, guys. Let me check the chat here, by the way, because haven't checked in a minute. Project Bluebeam is well underway. Hopefully not. I was just watching the Rogan podcast, and the director, yeah, you're right. I did see that as well, Mando. So here's the trailer. Let me start sharing this. Share. Dude, my mouse gets all wonky when I'm in this app. Okay.
Alex G, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
What happened? What do you do?
$5.
Oh, Alex, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. This is good stuff, man. By the way, does everyone hear me okay? I know sometimes I might look a little fuzzy, but hopefully bring the call back here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and watch this documentary now. Not the documentary, but the trailer. You ready, Tom?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. 3, 2. I've seen this guy before, dude.
We learned.
All right. What do you think, bud?
So Shane, I'm gonna tell this story again. I
Hello?
know that we've talked
You
about
still
it
there?
several times on some of our reactions. So of course I'm not going to use any names
What the
or.
hell just happened? Hold on.
Yeah,
You
I had a
had a
little bit
big
of an
hiccup
internet,
there. It's
little bit
right
of
when
an
yeah, right when I clicked out of stop sharing the video, it's messed up.
yeah, I had a little bit of an internet connection, but can you still hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear and see you fine now.
Okay. So I'm going to tell this story again. I've told it several times during our reactions, but I'll tell it for the purpose of this conversation. So I won't use names or anything like that, but about 10 years ago, I was at a retirement party for an acquaintance who had retired from NASA. Now there was a lot of adult beverages being passed around, but this lady who had had a few of these adult beverages proceeded to, in one of the corners of the room, separated from the rest of the group, started telling us about one of the locations where she had worked for NASA, and she said that they had aliens and an alien spacecraft in their facility, and she had seen it. Um, believe what you want to believe about that. Again, this was 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Yeah. No, I mean, so that story has also been like for instance, there has been people within the government I've watched over the past 5 years, credible eyewitnesses, people with high ranking officials, people highly ranked in the military and in the Air Force. This one decorated Navy pilot, Lieutenant Fravor. I mean, he tracked, I think it was a Tic Tac UFO. It's something that was like the shape of a Tic Tac it came out of the ocean, like way faster than anything that they can do. And it was like zigzagging around. And then and they're actually trained pilots to uh, be able to make out visually objects, right? They need to be able to sight enemy crafts. They need to be able to sight all kinds of things. So this craft was something they'd never seen before. They were able to record it visually, and they have instruments that was able to record it and track it. It was doing all kinds of stuff that they'd never seen. This is like in 2005, and then it just at I don't know how fast, like not the speed of light, but then and like an instant, it like flew across the water and it landed at the location that they were going to go and meet. It's like this craft knew it was going to be there. And by the way, so Scream 7 trailer, I cannot watch it. Tom cannot watch it because we're reacting to the movies. It'll be spoilers. So we've only seen the first three. I mean, Tom, you might have seen more. I don't know if you have, but I've only seen the first three Scream movies. Yeah. Yeah. What do you guys think of that? Tom, have you heard about that? The Three Eye Atlas thing?
I have not.
Yeah, it's a comet. I believe it's a comet, not an asteroid, that they have tracked. It's coming our way. I think it actually passed us at this point, didn't it? And it was just it was emitting some kind of weird radiation that wasn't typical for a comet, and it was also, and I mean, correct me, Chad, if I'm wrong. It was kind of altering its flight path, and that does happen to comets. There are forces that make it shift a little bit. It was altering its flight path in a way that wasn't natural. Now this thing is like really big. It's like the size of Rhode Island or something like that. Um, but there are people that think it could be extraterrestrial. So the big thing is, uh, I do want to watch this documentary. I mean, even if we don't watch it on the channel, I'm going to watch it by myself. There's a guy that I followed for a while. His name was Bob Lazar, and he came forth in the 80s and blew the whistle on Area 51. And he said that he worked at this Air Force Base and then at Area 51. Area 51 was never. No one knew about Area 51 until Bob Lazar came out with it, right?
The Bob
So,
Lazar interviews are, I could listen to him talk all day, regardless of whether you believe him or not or whatever. He's just an interesting guy to listen to, and some of his podcasts and interviews with like Joe Rogan and stuff are super interesting.
yeah, so I love that guy. So even if he's lying, he's literally a genius. So the way he describes the physics of these alien crafts, dude, it's wild. He talked about these UAPs or these UFOs, okay? The way they move around, they don't emit any kind of, they don't shoot anything out the back, any exhaust. They have their own self-propulsion. So when you're looking at it, it's not giving off any energy or heat. And he talked about you put a bowling ball on the bed, right? And you stick your foot next to the bowling ball and you press down. And the bowling ball will kind of fall towards your foot, right? He said that's what these UFOs do. They fall forward. They create their own gravitational bubble or something, and they fall forward, and that's how they move and they do all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Hey, by the way, no spoilers. No spoilers for anything. No movies in here. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, and Bob Lazar, he doesn't want and he doesn't need the fame. And he's never really tried to profit off of his story either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's I know in the science world, at least prior to this, he was super respected, like you said, as a very, very intelligent guy in the science world. And again, just he's somebody that I could sit and listen to all day. He's a very, very good speaker. Very good at describing things. So if you guys haven't watched it, I would recommend going and checking out, at the very least, Rogan's interview with him. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. There were, by the way, the Golden Joystick Awards. I'm not quite aware of the Golden Joystick Awards. They're not the game. Yeah, they're not the awards that come out in December. The VGAs. I think they're just literally called the VGAs. But we are going to go look at those, Tom. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
green. So we are very big gamers on this channel, even though we don't necessarily play games or react to game trailers that much. But all right, so we have these are just
Razor Horn. Thank you.
Razor Horn. Oh wow, thank you so much, Razor Horn. And honestly, everyone who's donated, A's, Razor Horn, Alex G, I almost said Dwayne, but Goose, thank you, man. Appreciate the hell out of you, dude. I wish I can like people's comments. I can only like people's comments that donate. So donate. I'll like your comment. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's look at these Golden Joystick Awards. And I haven't played a lot of these, but I do follow game media quite a bit. Best audio design, Ghost of Utai. So I have the first Ghost of Tsushima game. I messed around with it, but I just haven't had time to play it. Tom?
That game is on my list to play. What are you eating?
Blueberries.
Nice, I love blueberries.
Oh, we
Thank you for the etiquette.
All right. Best early access game, Repo. Haven't played it. Best game adaptation, Arcane Season 2. I can't think of any other game adaptations, but Arcane and Arcane Season 2 is literally one of the best Netflix shows and one of the best shows I've ever watched on this channel. Best game expansion, Life of P Overture. Haven't played Life of P. Best game trailer, Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2.
There you go.
Best gaming hardware, I don't really know much about that. Best indie game, Blueprints. I've heard a lot of chatter about that. Best self-published indie game, Hollow Knight. I do like the Hollow Knights quite a bit. I played about the first one for about 10 hours. Best lead performer, Jennifer English. Best multiplayer game. Oh, no, I'm not going to just read all these. Oh, best remake. Tom, did you get this Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion?
Of course I did. You crazy?
Did you get the remastered? Is what I mean.
Rosie, Nina, thank you. Tracy, thank you. And British pounds. We love pounds.
Who's pounding who?
Tracy.
I'm just kidding.
Our friend Tracy.
Wow.
Tracy and I have had some really good conversations about some cool British stuff. So she's a cool lass that has been a big supporter of us for a long time from across the pond. So thank you.
I love Tracy. We're always sending anti-government stuff to each other on Instagram. And Rosie, it won't let me like it for some reason because I think it has. And I don't want you to send more just to get a like. I think, yeah, it's not letting me like it. I don't know why. It might be because of the amount. But thank you so much, Rosie. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the Elder Scrolls 4, the remastered. Shane, I know you never really got into the Elder Scrolls games. I'm telling you, dude.
So, dude, I played Morrowind. I played Morrowind. So, Oblivion, you start out in that fucking cave, don't you? And you're running around there for like an hour and a half.
That's how most of the Elder Scrolls start, is half naked in a cave.
Well, I played Skyrim, and you're like in a cage, and there's dragons flying over it. I'm like, okay, I can get into this.
Yeah, and you have to escape. Well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't played it, but yeah, you got to escape from that town. It's like it's a little introductory, get used to the controls type thing, right? But
yeah,
the Elder Scrolls games are incredible.
And by the way, best soundtrack, best storytelling, and ultimate game of the year goes to Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That I know I want to play. I'm a huge RPG fan, Japanese RPG. I love Final Fantasy. It's my favorite game. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game. Well, the new Final Fantasies have kind of left behind turn-based combat a little bit, Tom, which is kind of like Pokemon, if you've played that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little more faster pace, a little more action-oriented. Well, this French developer that made this game, they said, you know what? We want to bring back turn-based combat for a modern RPG. And everyone is saying, and by the way, the game, I think it launched at like $50, cheaper than the competition. Everyone said it's one of the best games that have come out in a long time. Critics' Choice, Donkey Kong Bonanza, that's for the Switch 2. I really, really want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I don't have a Switch 2. Still playing Minecraft. Did you play Minecraft?
I never really got into Minecraft. My kids are super into it, but I never really did. But most wanted game GTA 6. No real surprise there, right?
No, hell no. So when we were in high school, Lindamood, he's one of my best friends. He's a friend of the channel. Kevin, if you're still on, people from Blind Wave, you know who Gus is, right? He's actually been making a website for our channel for like a couple years. He does it in his spare time. It's really cool. But he was playing Minecraft like in its beta form for a few years before the game actually launched. So I remember he was telling me, Shane, this is going to be one of the biggest games of all time. I remember thinking, dude, no, it's not. Look at these dumb blocks.
Right.
Man, I was definitely an idiot when it comes to that. All right, let's talk to the chat for a little bit. How's everyone doing? Any other news that you want us to discuss for this week? And don't talk about and don't say the study on men and women and how men are more tolerant, because we're not going to talk about that. All right? 10 years. What do you mean, Jamie?
Jamie's ranting and raving about the football game. Is it 4th and 21? Throw a screen, score, touchdown.
You know, I've never been to a professional sporting event in my life, dude. Rosie, I can't say that I have. Astral projection. Alex G, what happened to Vinland Saga? So Alex, Zach, and I, we did a couple episodes, and for time, we were not able to continue it, so it's on hold. Or I might literally reboot it with my kids, or with like Tom and Malachi. Shelley, Frankenstein is going to come out Sunday.
Woo!
I literally got 8 minutes left. I was editing it all day before we started this podcast. Yeah, you guys already had enough of Christmas. Hey, Goose, what's up, big dog? I know you were here earlier, but I just forgot. Dude, no, because I don't even have my Tom. Do you guys put up your Christmas tree now, or after Thanksgiving?
So I normally take the kids out to pick one out like the week after, like the week of my birthday.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, your birthday's in December, right?
Yeah, December 4th.
I guess that's not that late because Thanksgiving is what, December, or I'm sorry, November.
Yeah, it's the last Thursday. So it's like a week after, 6 days after maybe.
Yeah. All right. Trying to look for some more news in the comic book movie world. Oh, all right. Did you watch the Mummy movies?
Yeah, I love them.
Okay. Well, they're coming back. Brendan Fraser is coming back, and they're doing a fourth one, dude.
So remind me of the actor, and I should know this because I just looked him up like this morning. The actor's name that played the Mummy. He was in the Titanic, and I can't remember.
Don't tell me.
So anyway, the reason I bring it up is because I just was sitting there, had some time to kill, so I went back and watched one of Jamie's favorite movies, Back to the Future. I watched the first one, and he's in that movie, and I never knew that all the times that I watched it.
What the hell is his name? He was in. I know who you're talking about. He's this real handsome guy. One second. He was also in this old Western movie too with Val Kilmer. God damn it, Billy Zane.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, he is in Back to the Future.
Billy Zane ain't in freaking The Mummy, is he?
I'm pretty sure he is the Mummy. He's the pharaoh that turns into the Mummy. I'm almost certain, right? Or it's a guy that looks a lot like him.
Dude,
right?
It looks, yeah. So AI overview is telling me he's not in The Mummy, but he looks like a guy named Arnold Vosloo. Arnold Vosloo. Let me just bring him up real quick.
They have to look like Brother Shane. That is crazy to me that he's not in The Mummy. I want him to be in The Mummy.
All right, let me I'll just bring it up here on the screen.
Can you pull up a side by side of these two?
Arnold, yeah. Is it Arnold Vosloo? Yeah. All right, share screen. Arnold Vosloo. This is him right here. So this is
that is wild to me. This whole
right,
time.
Right here. Look at this. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, they do look a lot alike right there.
All these years I thought it was Billy Zane.
Okay, and now I got to see if Billy Zane's in Back to the Future, if it's this Vosloo guy.
Well, I know Billy Zane's in Back to the Future. I know that for sure because I saw he's one of Biff's like little henchmen. One of the little kids that runs around with Biff. Yeah.
Yeah, I see him right here.
Yeah.
Dude, Billy Zane young.
He's a young, handsome guy in that movie, and I was
he looks like Elvis Presley here.
Yeah, and I was sitting there and I was like, is that the guy from The Mummy?
Dude, how can the guy, this head of hair, this handsome, go bald? It makes me paranoid.
I mean, you can be bald and handsome.
Tom, what the hell would you say that for? I'm just kidding.
You can be bald and handsome.
Not me.
Maybe not you, but...
Once you're fat, no, I'd have to become ripped again. Dude. Okay.
Well, so... Shelly Marie, thank you. There is a comparison there. Jamie, thank you. I think so too. For years, I've been misled and ill-informed. I mean, that is crazy.
Yeah, they look a lot alike. Oh, Charlie met Billy at GalaxyCon. Nice. Yeah, I wonder what they can do because Brendan Fraser, he was he just wasn't in Hollywood for a long time. And then he came back with some movie called The Whale, where he plays a fat guy. He's just fat as a whale. And he was critically acclaimed for his performance. Mandis, I don't think I could take it. Why does everyone go to Turkey for hair transplants? Don't they do that everywhere? Is Turkey just cheaper or something? Tom, you there?
I'm here. I'm going to put out a petition online for Billy Zane to play the Mummy.
Oh, he just comes back and They can't get the other guy, so they just get Billy Zane. God, he looks just the hell of a thing right there. Okay. Well.
Fuck yeah, it's right there. Back to the Future.
Yeah. All right. The whale. I don't need to watch the whale. I see a whale every time I look in the mirror. All right? Tom, you didn't laugh at that. What's wrong with you?
I don't know, because I don't think you're that fat.
Well, okay. Well, I am.
You're like, oh, okay.
I am pretty fat. I kind of hold it well, but no, I'm kind of fat. So, by the way, guys, we were looking over some movies that we're going to do, and I have a long list that I choose from. Now, normally we end up foregoing this list and doing something that's more recent. But these are some of the movies that are in the pipeline for Third Street Reactions.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this, because I guarantee you guys, I'm going to give you a little insight here. I promise you there are going to be some movies he's going to say that have been on this list for over a year.
Now,
and every time I go down there to film, he's like, we might do XYZ when you come down. I said, Shane, you've been saying that since the fall of 2023. We haven't done it yet.
It all depends on your schedule, Tom. It all depends on that. So we got F1 with Brad Pitt, Train to Busan, and Mean Girls, which I do know Rachel McAdams is in that movie. And I remember just fawning over her when I was in high school. Do you remember when those kids, I won't say their name, but they made a burn book in our high school?
No, you've told this story more than once. And every time you tell a story, I give the same response. I don't know what you're talking about. Were you or I in it?
No, it was mostly, we were seniors, and it happened to the junior class. Right? So they had like Justin on there. They said he had crusty elbows, and you know what Justin I'm talking about, right? They said all kinds of nasty shit about people. It was these two dudes, and I'll tell you, one of those guys became a delinquent later in life too. Yeah, they made a burn book, and these dumbasses left it on the table at lunch, and like people found it, so people were trying to beat him up for the rest of the year. Yeah.
Do you believe that's like street justice, like his just desserts?
Yeah, if you're making a burn book, like first of all, dude, that is just. I'm not gonna say that word on here. That's just some dumbass behavior. That's some dumbass behavior. Two guys sit around making a burn book, like discussing and dining on the drama of other people's lives. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, talking shit. You shouldn't even talk shit. Everyone talks shit, but here you're talking it, creatively writing it down. You know what I mean? In a book. God, okay. Tom, you got a question for you.
All right, let's see. Tom, have you ever had encounters with the mob? No, not personally, but I worked with some officers, older officers, who did, yes.
Okay. Tell us, do you have a cop story that you haven't told me about, Tom?
I mean, yeah, I do. But we'll save those for another time.
Okay. Also, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is on here. I mean, obviously Tom's seen it. I have seen it, but my kids have not seen it. There's this Bollywood movie called RRR. It's supposed to be one of the best movies from India. Or should I say, Eastern Asia, ever. RRR. So yeah. Oh my God! Please tell a story, Tom. Tom, maybe you should tell a story.
All right. Well, you keep going through the list, and I'll see if I can think of a good, appropriate one.
I mean, I don't care if I've heard it. You can tell it. Tell it again. The Shrek movies, which I've never seen. Popular,
amazing.
Yeah, Disney animated movies.
Agreed.
My kids haven't seen a lot. I haven't seen a lot of the new ones.
Shane, imagine you, me, and Zach and Malachi.
Yeah.
Watching
South
Aladdin.
Asia, okay.
Watching Aladdin.
I mean, I've seen that a million times, but dude,
The Return of Jafar.
Love that movie.
I love Jafar.
Yeah, when he
Jafar is one of my favorite Disney characters.
Dude, when he is hopping around as like that guy in the dungeon,
as
a plant to try to recruit Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haven't seen Big Hero 6. Not at all. Yeah. Anyways, the new Superman, the new Fantastic Four, the Princess Diaries. That'd be something probably for the kids. I mean, I never had any desire to see Princess Diaries, or this is probably why we should react to it, Tom. But the Twilight Saga. There's like three or four movies in the Twilight Saga. The Kung Fu Panda movies.
Oh, the Twilight Saga. So I feel like you and I then would have to. I haven't seen them, but I feel like I know enough to know that you and I would have to pick sides. What is it? Team Vampire or Team Werewolf? Right? Is that what
it is? But isn't that in like that Kate Beckinsale movies, like the Underworld? Don't you lie, Shane. You know you watch Princess Diaries. Never did. No.
Did you ever watch Princess Bride, Shane?
Princess Bride. No, with like
it's like
Julia
an 80s. It's like an 80s movie.
Dude, all right. So Miss Coons, who was a home ec teacher my senior year, who personally almost made Jeremy Antle not graduate because Cody Grayhouse was always late bringing Jeremy to school. Do you remember that? He kept getting AL, and he almost.
I do remember that, dude.
Okay, so Jeremy is the sweetest boy.
He's a sweet boy.
The sweetest boy. And Cody, his ass never got in trouble because I think it was a study hall or something. He could be late. Well, Jeremy, if you're 10 seconds late, you get marked for tardy. Well, he was late so many times. So you get a bunch of tardies, and then you get detention. You get a bunch of detentions. And then you get in-school suspension, which at our school is called AL. Tom, what does AL stand for?
AL, kids, stands for alternative learning.
Alternative learning.
And it is derived straight from the pits of Sheol.
It should be called AS, alternative suffering, because I'll just tell you, it's the worst. Tom, you were only in there for like a day, right?
Yeah, and it is a living hell.
All right, so you sit in a room, not unlike the one I'm in now, okay, except there's no windows. It's as plain Jane as you can make a room. I cannot creatively or intellectually design a room as plain as this, all right? And they have a clock on the wall right in front of you. Everyone's sitting at a table, and if you don't have any homework, you sit here like this, all right? You get there, and you're there the whole day. You're not allowed to sleep, which is the worst thing in the world. Okay? And then if you get caught sleeping, they make you stand up. And, dude, you get 3 chances, then they kick you out, and they make you go to Fairview. And Fairview is like a out-of-school suspension, and you got to go with all the freaking juvie kids. And then you don't got to dress up in a jumpsuit or anything, but you're there all day writing and doing chores. You can't even do your homework.
You're like pulling weeds out of like concrete and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, I did everything from wash their cars, wash windows. There's all kinds of bullshit jobs. I had to help one time. Oh, and they also make you run and do push-ups, sit-ups, jumping, squat thrusts, all kinds of bullshit. God. But dude should have found a better ride. Yeah. Anyway, so
yeah, Shelly Marie, you're right. I think I definitely would be Team Jacob. And yes, Andre the Giant from Princess Bride. Yeah, that was Princess Bride was a fantastic movie. But yeah, AL. How did we get on the topic of AL? Why are we talking about it?
Because Jeremy had to go from tardies to detention. Like, and you're in detention like for like a month before you get kicked out and go to AL. So then you get AL, and then you do that a certain amount of times, you get Fairview. And then eventually he was one tardy away from not just Fairview. No one I ever I've never met anyone who got in trouble so many times for being tardy that they got suspended from school, but that happened to him senior year.
I'm surprised his mom tolerated that.
Yeah. Did you see that I ran into his mom at the football game?
I saw that. Yeah. Pretty cool. She looks the same, dude.
She does. I don't know how she recognized my fat ass. God. She did say, "Are you Shane?" I said, "Yeah." And then I recognized it was her. what's so funny is that her and her husband were there watching a high school football game because it was the homecoming game. It was a Warren game, right? Do they still do this in school? Yes, Goose, they do. But Mrs. Patterson retired, Tom. So now people are sitting there, they're on their cell phone. It's
Oh,
nothing. Dude, that's nothing. Nothing. People sit around their cell phone and you can, dude, that's nothing.
that's like
Malachi,
Jordan telling all the current basketball players who put up 40 points and are proud of themselves, right?
yeah, Malachi said that people fall asleep in there and everything.
Well, how would Malachi know?
He had to go in there. Not as much as me, but he had to go in there last year.
Were you mad?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was for. It was something stupid. It's kind of some kind of class disruption thing. I think he took someone's books. And you know when you're like going, you know when you at the high school and you're on the stairs that go to the different floors. If you
Yeah,
look over the staircase in the middle, you can see how it goes all the way down.
all the way down, yeah.
Well, he took someone's books and dropped them, and then they hit somebody. Yeah, God. Luke, I'm telling you, in 5 years we'll be able to make movies ourselves. I don't know what's going to happen if AI spirals out of control, and I'm not even talking about taking people's jobs. But I'm talking about the movie and the game industry, mostly the movie industry. You know what I mean?
I'm just talking about iRobot. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. iRobot. Good Lord. You imagine that? Sonny.
No, no, I can't imagine that. I don't want I don't even want to talk about it. Forget I said it.
Yeah. Kylie on vibes. You need to stop out Scream 7, boy. You need to stop right now. All right, take another. Tom, talk for a minute. I gotta eat these blueberries.
All right, guys. Shane's gonna eat his blueberries, which are gonna he can give you an ad nauseum description of all the health benefits that blueberries provide, and I do find them tasty myself. But every time I'm down there, Shane's offering me blueberries, and he's offering me different foods with blueberries and things to add blueberries into. Blueberries, handful of almonds, protein shakes with a little bit of coffee mixed in it when we're getting ready to film first thing in the morning. He normally makes a really, really good dinner. The first night I'm there, I'm normally there 1 to 2 nights, but the first night's always like a really good homemade meal, like whether it's soup or chili or pasta sometimes. His homemade pasta's delicious, by the way.
Tom, what's your favorite meal to cook? Oh, by the way, Goric asked if we've seen the. I have not seen the Doom movies. They're actually on my list of things to react to. But I mean, we're at a place where we're trying to get a movie out once a week now. That might change as soon as Stranger Things comes out because there's a few things coming out around that time. But for the most part, we're going to try to have a movie out once a week. Antioxidants is right. Okay, Battle Guy did post this earlier. Have you guys seen the news where a Buddhist woman in the Philippines prays for 4 years to a statue, not knowing it was Shrek? That can't be real. Is it?
I don't know. I mean, Shrek's good. Movies aren't that good.
It's a trend that a lot of people move further away after high school over there. Is it a trend? So yes and no. Nowadays, kids are living at home at an older and older, up into their mid to late 20s. My family actually moved back home to save money. So we can save money, and that way I can do this channel full time. But I think the great American mythology that you see in these movies in the 70s and 80s involve kids going from high school, which is a rite of passage, graduating and moving away, going to college as another rite of passage. I just don't think that's something that we do as much here. And I actually don't really encourage it with my kids because me and Tom's generation, what they tell us to do, Tom, go to college,
Go to college.
no matter what.
Yep.
Well, now there is a labor gap in this country for people our age. No one can do plumbing, electricity, carpentry. No one can do these skilled labor positions. So now they're like the highest paying jobs in the country. So I'm having my son do that stuff next year when he graduates high school.
Every plumber I know right now, and I know several personally, are all making six figures.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, man.
There's a Jacob Hardwick. Have I ever watched The Walking Dead? So I got mostly through the first season, and then Shane told me to stop watching it because we'll probably react to it one day.
Yeah, I love The Walking Dead. Oh wow, Tom, my hold on, you still on there?
Yeah, I'm here.
My YouTube chat actually closed, but I opened it back up. Yeah, I've watched most seasons of The Walking Dead. But my son and daughter haven't seen any of it. I haven't seen any of the spin-offs. I love The Walking Dead. I think those first 4 seasons are one of the greatest shows ever made. And then it gets kind of average. There's really good moments. But after the Negan stuff, it actually somehow starts getting really good again. Yeah, you're right, Gorick. Oh, and by the way, Charlie, I did see that about The Long Walk. I'm going to talk about The Long Walk every time I'm on here. It is my movie of the year.
So you're taking that over Sinners?
Yeah, I am. I am taking it over Sinners.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say. I might agree with you, but I haven't seen it yet, so.
We have Beauty by Saran Wrap. That is a hell of a name.
That is, Saran Wrap. What's up, Saran Wrap?
Mando says if I could do my career over again, it would be a trade school.
100% agreed.
Yeah. So that's what I'm having my son do, and then he wants to also go to school for business, which if you have a trade job and you're trying to start a business, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like our generation, that's what everyone did when they were essentially non-declared, right? Tom, you went for what? Business and accounting?
I did.
Yeah. Oh, man. By the way, I want to ask this question to Tom, and I want to ask this question to the chat. What's everyone playing right now in terms of video games?
So right now I am split between, my time's pretty limited, so I'm split between Red Dead Redemption 2, Elder Scrolls Online, and a little bit of Madden here and there because it's football season.
Yeah. Well, I beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I've been playing that since the game came out, which is like 2 years. I finally beat it. And then I was in the middle of Hogwarts Legacy. Well, I jumped back into the game, love that game, and now I just don't even know how to play anymore because it's been so long. But I have like 30 hours into it. I'm not starting over.
Yeah,
so
I hate that. I hate when that happens.
So, but I want to jump back into GTA 5. I have a back catalog of games right now. It's so long. There's games I bought for the Wii that I haven't beaten yet, and the PS3. Dude. Anyway,
so I saw a preview for a game. I actually just watched it today. Vernahorn. It's like a medieval RPG. Have you heard of that?
Vernahorn. No, I haven't. Let me look it up.
It's supposed to be, a lot of people are saying it's going to be incredible.
Vernahorn. How do you spell that shit?
Verny.
Okay. Song of the Swallow. Dark open world RPG. Inspire the myths, beliefs, and brutal realities of early Slavic societies in early Middle Earth. Okay. Dude, I'm pretty obsessed with ancient civilizations. Tom, obviously you were in the reaction for one of my favorite movies I've watched recently. The caves in Turkey. I think they're in Cappadocia. Do you know? Have you heard of these underground caves?
What do you? I was in a react. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're in a reaction for Out of Darkness.
Oh yeah. Art of Darkness. That was a good movie, man.
Dude, that's a really good movie.
It's been a long time since we watched it, but
okay. There's an underground city. Let me.
Jamie, you've missed a lot. You're gonna be shocked when you come back and play Madden. Even though I can't stand EA Sports, and I don't like Madden, but it seems we have little choice in the matter, so don't get me started.
Okay, I don't want to do a 12-minute video, so I'm gonna try to. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up, Tom. Everyone in this chat should pay attention to this. This is really freaking sweet. I know we're going all over the place here with video games and ancient civilizations, but that's how we roll on this channel. Okay, so I think it was in the 70s. There was some guy who had chickens in his basement, right? And they kept kind of disappearing into this crack in his basement. So he knocked down the wall, and then he found all this space, and he's like, "Holy shit! I got all this space. I got unlimited space in my basement." Well, eventually he kept exploring it, and then let me click on this one right here. All right. He discovered an underground city, and obviously it's been excavated and stuff. So this city in Turkey, it can hold 20,000 people, and there were classrooms. There were obviously there's like a residence. There's areas for government. You see these vertical shafts, Tom, that kind of go from top to bottom?
Yeah.
Well, those are air shafts. They also have these huge boulders that they roll in front of the entrance that are like impossible to move, and they can close off certain areas. It's able to withstand a siege. They also get their water from an underground well, so they can close off, and their water sources can't be poisoned. There's writings of, we know for sure Christians use them.
So this was discovered just simply from some guy like finding like a false wall and stumbling onto this.
Yeah. It's called, what I say, Darren QU. Yeah, dude. Now it's like a big tourist attraction, but dude, it's freaking wild. It's freaking wild. Let me find some more pictures. Well, okay, hold on. I'm not sure if you can see. Look at all these, man. It's wild, dude. So there were Christians here. There were I'm pretty sure there was Jews hiding out here. There were Muslims hiding out here. It's been used throughout the centuries. It's thousands of years old. And it connects to another underground city like 5 miles away through a tunnel. You know what I'm saying?
It almost like when you look at it from one of those like further out perspectives, like it almost resembles like an ant farm.
Oh yeah, it looks like an ant farm.
You know?
Like, look at this right here. Look at that. 20,000 people. 20,000 people have lived here at certain times throughout history. I mean, they're obviously avoiding persecution and stuff like that, and obviously if there's any kind of siege, people, like the whole city hides out here, and they can live here for like a decade. You know what I mean? But
it'd be a long time to be underground like that, dude.
Yeah, I've watched videos on YouTube of just people going through there. Dude, it's fucking sweet, man. Yeah. Anyways, chat, what else is going on?
I don't know, Shane. Do you think we should do a little Q&A? Maybe.
I did see this about Mando. You're asking about a Discord. You know, I've thought about it. Obviously, throughout the years, a lot of people have talked to me about wanting to start a Discord. Funny enough, at Blind Wave, like fans just started a Discord, and it just it became our Discord. We never started one. Other people started one, and then this guy named Ryan from Canada, he just named it the Blind Wave Discord, and eventually he kind of through some gentle persuasion. I think we got him drunk one night. No, I'm just kidding. But he hung out with us, and he just kind of gave us the Discord, and then we officially started running it. And he was a mod. Yeah, man, I feel like Discords, there's always a lot of toxicity and fighting, and nowadays people are always fighting about politics, and like I want to do something. Like, I understand we all have different beliefs, and even Tom and I have different beliefs on things, but he's like my brother, and I just don't want to create a community where people are arguing about stuff. Now, if everyone just said, we're not going to talk about stuff that drives a wedge in between the community, then, but that's not going to happen. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I think it'd be fun, but it's also like, I mean, I don't think this community is big enough to have a Discord. I mean, we have 23 people on here now. Earlier we had 30. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm never gonna say never. Never gonna say never. I know we can set the rules, but I'm also against censoring speech. You know, when you maximize freedom, you also maximize chaos, right? It's this people on the internet. They say whatever they want. They don't care if they hurt anyone. All right. All right. So we did talk about doing a Q&A. Okay, Shelly Marie. Yeah, you have a Q&A. Shelly Marie, Q&A for both. What one thing would you change about the world? Tom, you can go first.
What one thing would I change about the world? I would, and this is the first thing that came to mind. If I had more time to think, I would probably give a different answer. But the one that just kind of comes to mind is, it kind of piggybacks really off of what you were just talking about, Shane. This idea around people's growing intolerance for difference of opinions, right? Like, I feel like there's a healthy place to disagree without it becoming a toxic environment. And I think actually on this channel, I think as reactors, we do a pretty good job. I know that you and I don't always agree on stuff, like you and Zach don't always, but like I feel like we have healthy conversations. We understand that part of our reaction and part of what we're doing is some of our post talks are an hour long. You know, like we're going to talk about a bunch of like really, really deep topics. And that's part of what I enjoy about this channel and what we do is some of our post talks just like, it's like a Robert Frost poem, right? Like you never know where that conversation's going to go. But
yeah,
I would change the fact of people having a difference of opinions and people taking it so personally and just being so rigid, and you don't have to agree with the other person, but I don't know if that answer makes any sense or not, but
well, you're kind of, I mean, it's almost like, yeah, I mean, I know this is like a magical question, but you kind of gave a magical answer. I would make it so no one fought over these things. Like, I'm trying to think of a way to give like a serious answer to a magical question.
Well, if you're going to give a magical answer, you better make sure there's unicorns in it.
Okay.
Every magical answer has to have unicorns, Shane.
That's one thing I would change about the world. I don't know. I feel like I'm not smart enough to try to solve something because you could create another problem, right?
Could.
Like, I can't remember this. There's this African king. He was, by standards of the day, he would be like 50 times richer than Elon Musk. I mean, he would go through towns. He would give people gold. And he did it to be nice. And this was like 1,000 years ago, or like 700 years ago. And
Jamie. Hey man, they're not as bad as the Browns, so don't feel bad. They're not the Browns. As a matter of fact, you guys took our quarterback.
Let me just say, he gave gold to all these people, and he was crashing all the economies of all these cities that he stopped through, and it was causing like mass chaos. And he did it because he was trying to help people. So I don't know what I would do. I don't think I can just, let me think. What can I change about the world? I mean, my magical answer, that's kind of my selfish answer, is I would somehow create the world and I would create the conditions so that no animals and insects could become extinct because of any kind of human interference. Okay, so I don't know how that magically happens. I don't know if we are tearing down a forest with if there's some kind of magical thing that happens where the people that are contracted get a phone call. Hey, the government said we can't demolish this forest. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm a pretty big naturalist. I really love animals. I'm kind of like a Teddy Roosevelt Republican. Like I love nature. I love animals. So that might be something right there.
I mean, I don't think that's selfish, right? Like, I mean,
I know,
I don't know what the butterfly effect would be.
Yeah, you could end. I don't think, yeah, but if I said end world hunger, I mean, first of all, I feel like that might have like a butterfly effect. Like I could say, I want to immediately, like, okay, like the big thing about these UFOs is supposedly they're not using any kind of fuel that we know of. It creates its own gravitational field and it uses its own self-propulsion system. Well, the governments of the world are supposedly trying to back engineer these UFO crafts. And if we did that, we would be able to use their technology and we wouldn't be reliant on fossil fuels anymore. Okay. Now, I think there's a ton of evidence that shows that fossil fuels aren't changing the climate like people have said they're changing the climate. The climate has changed a lot in the past 50,000 years, 200,000 years. In fact, we are now in the process of exiting an ice age. In the 80s, they said we're going to have an ice age. In the late 90s and 2000s, they said global warming, and now they're just saying climate change. But I think not using fossil fuels would still be a good thing for the environment, even if it's not greatly moving the needle like people said it was. I do think that it's probably a good thing not to use fossil fuels. But if I just got rid of fossil fuels, how many industries of people would lose their jobs overnight? And what would that do? So I don't think I'm smart enough for a serious answer. So I'll probably go with animals, or I'm going to say something like, I don't know, I wish Microsoft Xbox wouldn't have made so many dumbass decisions since the Xbox 360. Um, I don't know. But let me jump in the comments here.
Jamie, you guys have a terrible defense, but you guys have the offensive pieces. You need some help on the line, but you have a franchise quarterback. You have two of the best receivers in the league. You're not the Browns, okay? So I don't want to hear any more about this.
Yeah. By the way, Goose, once you cut down the last tree and poison the last river, yeah. So here's the thing that I know humans are doing. Humans are absolutely destroying the ocean. And if we destroy the oceans, I mean, life is not going to survive on this planet. So maybe that's a good answer, is I would somehow completely null and void the effects of human expansion, behavior, and pollution on all rivers and oceans. Excuse me, I just burped. I would do that immediately. And what's some advice that you would give to your 18-year-old self, Tom? That was another question, I think, by Goose.
What advice would I give to my 18-year-old self?
Do you think about how many things have happened since you're 18?
Oh, jeez, oh man, we're old now, so it's like there's more time that's elapsed in our lives since we were 18 than up to 18. I've been driving way longer than I've been not driving. Man, I don't know. That's a great question that requires another great answer. A lot of that stuff is personal stuff that I would do differently in my personal life.
Yeah, I feel like there's personal stuff that I couldn't even talk about on this channel that I would change. It's weird that so many mistakes in my life, like for instance, like the blind wave thing, like I ended up starting a new channel, lost my income overnight, lost everything. And then I started this channel with my family, and now I'm much closer with my kids. And Tom, you and I have always been close, but like I saw you like once every 2 years. And now I see you once a month. And I feel so good about seeing you and working with you, and I wish I always have, you know?
Yeah, and I was actually, for some reason, I was thinking about this the other day, but I can honestly say that most of the negative or bad things that have happened to me in my life were a direct result of my poor choices, right?
Me too.
So, it's fair is fair.
Yeah, so a part of me feels like if I was able to be the author of my life outside of my timeline, there's little things I would do to I would definitely change things, but I would also, like the way my life is now, I like it. You know what I mean? Like I want my life the way it is now, but there's other decisions I would have made. You know what I mean? I guess I just probably couldn't even talk about it on here really without creating this huge storyline. But I don't know. I definitely would have beat more video games. My ADHD makes it so it's hard for me to focus. Now I have a system to where when I start a game, I beat it. I don't start another game in a meaningful way until I beat the game that I'm playing. I also always started like a bunch of different books and never finished them. Now
Yeah.
I don't. Now I don't do that anymore. I finish my books. I finish my games. I start something. I finish it. So that is one thing. I can't tell myself that because it's literally my ADHD that made it's crazy when I see Malachi, how much my ADHD, I see it in him. I'm around him and around his friends. I see how it affects him. Like Tom, when I was younger, I was crazy and erratic and very spontaneous. Remember that?
Yep, I do.
And like I'm not really like that now, am I?
No, I mean, some of that I think just comes with, we're a lot more seasoned at life now, right? Like you and I, at least mentally, socially, spiritually, like both of our journeys, we've experienced so much in our time. Like we're still in our 30s. Like in the grand scheme of things, we're relatively young, but we've
Not in a historical perspective, but yes.
not in a historical perspective, but like we've both done a lot of living, right?
Yeah.
So
we did a lot of living in by the time we were 18. A lot. It's funny because so many friends, in high school. Tom, show off the old bad boy tattoo.
side is it on? Right there.
Yeah. So we lived in the 3rd Street house. Eric Whiteley from Blind Wave and Zach Brooker from this channel. We all lived with each other, and there were other people as well. And dude, I had
Jack Yoda, welcome.
How you doing, brother? I mean, I had friends that went to college and they were like, you know what? Senior year, I did a lot of partying, and I think I'm good now. But yeah, man, a lot of things. I mean, I don't want to say I didn't live a full life, but I've done a lot in my life, made a lot of mistakes that I wish I could take back, but you kind of live and you learn. You know what I mean? If this channel started back when Blind Wave started, here's the thing, Mando. I guess what I would do now is I would do both channels. I mean, Tom, you were at the Wave Cave a few times. You spent the night there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess in an alternate reality, I feel like we would all probably be collaborating in some way. And I mean, I wouldn't say no to that now, but I mean, it's way different over there from what I've heard. So, I talked to Aaron a few weeks ago. It was a great conversation, but there's nothing brewing, just so you guys know. Yeah. Have I ever had one of my worst fears happen? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Y'all have. Well, Mando, it helped that we live in a small town, so small town friendships, they last a lifetime. Thanks, Revenge of the Nerd. I love you too, man. But yeah, one of my worst fears have happened. I can't talk about it. So, and actually, it's happened a few times. Funny enough, man. Now my mind's in a dark place. Here, hurry, Jamie Farley, donate some money to make me feel better. Okay. Why did Eric from Blind Wave go to jail? I think it's because he had unpaid parking tickets, and he just didn't know about them. I think he didn't know about them or something.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That is insane.
But the cops showed up, I'm pretty sure, like in the middle of like a video we were doing.
Over parking tickets?
Yeah, they're like years old or something. I mean, it's speeding. I can't remember. I cannot remember. Yeah, man, I feel you, but it's just, I don't know. I had a great time over there too. I mean, some of my best memories are over there on Blind Wave also. And most people agree. I mean, I was younger, but like I look at that version of me and go, man, that guy was really happy. You know what I mean? What's my favorite part of Star Wars? The rise, fall, and redemption of Anakin Skywalker, for sure. Yeah. Do you want me to donate or my kids to eat? I want you to donate, Jamie. That's a dumb question. Oh, that can't be why he went to jail. Because here's the thing with Mailbag 45. That can't be why, because, dude, we were going out at night dumping trash in other people's dumpsters all the time. But there was one time a cop got a hold of us, and we had to go back We had to go back, and I helped him get all this trash out of the dumpster because some pervert called the police on us. God, pissed me off. Christmas mailbag, okay. Yeah. What's one thing that people misunderstand about you, Tom? That I'm not Mexican. That's the big thing.
That I'm not Filipino.
Yeah. Number two, I don't know. I mean, ever since Blind Wave, like don't go anywhere or do anything. So no one even forms an opinion about me unless you're watching this channel. So I don't know how people feel or misunderstand about me now. Before, back in the day when I was on Blind Wave and I was tan and ripped, that I was arrogant and I was I don't know, like growing up, Tom, people probably thought I was a man whore, but I really wasn't, was I?
No, you weren't.
I mean, I did shit with some women, but I controlled myself
You
better
didn't even,
better
in
than
high
some
school,
people.
you didn't even drink.
I didn't even drink. So, I mean, everyone thought I was this party animal and I was sleeping with all these women. Like, I was sleeping in the same bed with them. We were naked, but I wasn't always getting laid. You know what I mean? It was like I was just friends with a lot of chicks. And, you know, I don't know. I had a lot of relationships, but they were always, I don't know, they weren't like these one-night stands. I never did that shit, really.
No, you didn't.
You know, it's not with Jeremy Antle there holding us accountable. Hey, Cody, I expect this from Sean. Cody, I expect this from Shane. Tom, we got church in the morning. I'll never forget that. We got church in the morning.
Oh, I miss Jeremy so much, man.
I love this guy. I'll tell you one thing about him that people would be drinking. He would have a beer and he would drink it. And he would spit it back in the can because he didn't want to look like a kid who wasn't drinking. So you know what? I just said, hey, I'm not fucking drinking. I don't fucking drink. My dad was an alcoholic. I don't fucking drink. And people were cool with it, weren't they? They didn't give a shit.
No one cared.
I never understood peer pressure. I never did.
No, because we were never peer pressured. You were the one always creating the peer pressure.
Well, I wasn't trying to get people to drink.
No, not the drinking aspect, but
I was trying to get people to come along, trying to get them to jump. I don't know.
So, dude, I remember something. There's a story about you, and it's nothing bad, but it's one that I will never, ever forget as long as I live and I'm in my right mind. I remember it was just a typical night at the 3rd Street house, and you were sicker than a dog. You had some sort of, like, stomach virus or something. Like, you were literally doubled over because your stomach hurt so bad. And I was just like, dude, why don't you just go home, right? Like, and you're like, no, man, I want to be here with you guys. I want to be here with my friends. Growing up, your friendships were the most important thing to you.
They were most
bar
important.
None.
Absolutely, they were. It's weird how that's been rocked a lot in the past 7 years. I don't know what to think anymore about things. Like, I know, Tom, you're like my brother. But I definitely was naive. I don't know. I had this very, I don't know, I idolize movies like Stand By Me, Dazed and Confused, like, and I thought and I wanted us to have this unbreakable bond. Now, funny enough, Tom, one thing I can say is I'm 38 years old, is all of us, except for maybe one person, we're all still friends and we keep up with each other. Like you and I and Matt are the closest, but Cody and Robbie, like we keep in touch with them. Some of my really good friends from high school, we talk once a week, once every 2 weeks on the phone. But yeah, man, I absolutely thought the brotherhood was number one. Like Zach Brooker, I grew up with him. Him and Eric and I grew up with each other. And Zach just stopped talking to me and Eric he got married. It was a big thing, but we didn't talk for 10 years. Yeah, I mean, you could probably just look up public records about some of that stuff.
Well, and it's crazy when you think about 10 years now, you think about that's almost 25% of our lives.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, but when it happened between I mean, really, it was more than 10 years. I mean, it was basically between the ages of 20 for me and when I started this channel. When I started this channel, he got back in touch with me, and me and Eric tried reaching out to him, but it just, you know, he got divorced, and he said, "Hey, I'm back."
Yeah.
I'm back, baby. Yeah, and then and it's just weird. Some relationships I never thought would end have ended, and like it was seriously depressing to the point of like very dark thoughts. But
Well, and I
thankfully,
find as I get older, I don't know if it's the same way with you. Like as I'm getting older, my social circle is getting smaller. Now, I don't mean that in the sense of like this channel. Like clearly, I mean just look that it speaks for itself. Like we have a lot of friends and a lot of people that care about us, and that's reciprocated. But I'm talking about like my personal life. My social circle is very, very small and intentional, right?
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying too. Yes. Um, it just was. I mean, mine was just kind of became small because COVID happened. I used to have guys I play basketball with every week for like 7 years. We stopped playing basketball. I stopped doing anything because of COVID, and then the I got removed from Blind Wave essentially, and then I lost that whole social network. And then I was like, oh, what do I want to do with my life? Do I want to live? Do I care about anything else really except my family? And then this channel, I just kind of became obsessed with growing this channel. And you and I, we've always wanted to do something. We talked about doing a lightsaber fight. That never happened. It could happen. Um, I don't know, but I'm very recovered. I'm not completely recovered. I don't think I ever will be, but I'm very happy with my life now, and I'm so happy Zach is back in my life. That Tom, you're a bigger part of my life. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say, Mando. You can probably look it up as public record, but anyways, Q&A. Who has been your biggest influence? I'll tell you what. The book, The Great Gatsby. Tom, do you remember why?
Mr. Jones, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Love you.
What happened? Did he?
$10.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, San Antonio Jones. Well, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate the hell out of you, dude. Hey, God, hey, text me, dude. We have each other's number actually, so text me, man. And you do need to come visit. Yeah.
So the Great Gatsby, yeah, and I was actually going to bring that up when you were telling that Third Street story before, but the Great Gatsby was always, I liked it, but that was always one of your favorites, and I specifically remember why.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. You can tell.
No, go ahead and tell the story.
So when I was
you remember that part on Seinfeld when he's like, "Tell the story." No, you tell the story, and then Kramer's like, "Gotta, just tell the story."
Tell the story. Well, when I was in high school, I was definitely more of a hopeless romantic than I think I am now, right? Like, there was this perception about me that wasn't really true about me and women and relationships, but no, I was always like in love with one or two girls, Tom, and I never ever was able to let it go, was I?
No, it was I don't like using the word obsession because that has a negative connotation now.
No,
but
was
you
like
were just
I was fixated on trying to make it work with these girls, and sometimes these relationships weren't like they're so attractive, but it was toxic. I couldn't let it go. And this one girl who I'm referencing now, we were friends, but I never told her. I never told her until after I was married. Like I had a crazy, huge crush on you like for 4 years. Well, she graduated when I was a junior, and this girl, like, man, like.
Wait, what are the initials?
I'm not gonna say.
All right, okay, all right, fine.
She was a year older than us. She was a year older than us.
I know. Okay, I know.
I'm not gonna say. I'm trying to think of a way I could say it.
Does it have anything to do with a Nintendo system?
Okay, yeah. So she played Super Smash Brothers. She played
I
guitar.
know who it is. All right. Anyway, go on with the story.
Yeah. You were what I was last year. Jamie said. Yeah. Anyway, so, I just never. I thought if I just got you remember junior year when I was really trying, and I think I thought like, oh, if I just get like the hottest girl in the world to be my girlfriend, it would make her notice me. And like, dude, that didn't work because she was like, Shane, I'm so happy for you. Like junior prom, I got like one of the hottest girls from Frontier to go to prom with me, and she wasn't having it, man. I never really told her how I felt, but I was so depressed between junior and senior year. Uh, and not to mention, I met that, that blonde haired, that girl that's 22 years old that lived with us at the Third Street House for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, God, she was, I don't know. I wish I was, anyways, whatever. Um, um, I convinced essentially Zach and Eric, mostly Zach, because I knew once I got Zach, he would convince Eric and other people to rent a house. Because I read the book The Great Gatsby, and the character Jay Gatsby, he's in love with Daisy Buchanan, and he goes to war and he comes back, and then she married up into upper class society into this rich neighborhood. So he makes all these deals. I mean, you guys must know the story. He essentially acquires illegally this vast amount of wealth, and he buys the biggest, baddest house in her neighborhood. He starts having these parties, hoping that one day she'll walk through that door. And I thought if I just did that, I got my friends and I had the biggest, baddest house, and we had the biggest, baddest parties. I thought that she would come back on, like, because she went to college like 3 hours away or 2 hours away. I thought what would happen is she would come home for holiday or for the weekend. Dude, we had people who graduated a year or two before come hang out with us. Dude, I thought she would come. It never happened. I remember I got so convinced that it would happen, and then I remember, Tom, we had some wild parties that were like ancient Rome. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I remember. I mean, dude, Zach was there, you were there, Eric was there. I remember, dude, just having 50 or 60 people drinking. Women were ripping their clothes off. And I remember sitting there looking at the door, being so unhappy, just hoping that, all right, she said that she was coming in town this weekend. I don't know if I want to directly invite her because I already did that twice and she hasn't come. So maybe she'll just come with her friends. And it just never happened. And it just gutted me. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I even remember how like some of the furniture was set up, like the way the couch was positioned. You would sit kind of like on the edge of the couch facing that front door that led out to 3rd Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just be like, dude, why don't you, dude, I would just like, dude, she's not coming. Just come on, let's go party, let's go whatever. And you would just be like, no, dude, she's gonna come. It's actually like, it's kind of a sad.
It was
tale.
it became my villain origin story. It really did. Like I had like an experience in middle school that it's weird how looking back now as a 30 years old, that really affected me because that made us go out to the mall and start getting chicks' numbers and trying to hang out with them and doing everything I could to, because I didn't kiss a girl until I was 16 years old, and I had oral sex the same day as the same day I kissed a girl for the first time. And I had oral sex. A girl gave me a blowjob before I ever kissed a girl. And the girl I kissed was a different girl than the girl that gave me the blowjob. So I kind of hit the ground running. And I remember thinking, I'm a man now. Now I have this experience and I have this charm. People think I'm good looking and they're constantly reaffirming me. There's no way this girl can reject me. I remember thinking that.
Like it furthered and pushed that charisma and that value system and reinforced.
It reinforced my need to be validated by women. And it helped that I was very good looking in high school. I kind of thought, oh, Jesus, like I was missing out on this the whole time because I was after one girl. And it kind of made me resentful. You know what I mean?
Right.
By the way, Kevin, nerd guy, what's his name? Revenge of the Nerd. I want to answer your question. Yes, that is. So you know what this means, Tom?
I do not.
Has 2 words: bad dog or unclean dog, or dirty dog. So it's Hebrew. So yes, Kevin, it is. It's a reference to my past, and it's also a reference to that movie. The
Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. That's a way to enter it, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you stop giving a shit when you're 25. But I mean, I don't know why I went down that rabbit hole, Tom. But
Well, I mean, it's okay because honestly, I think part of this stream and part of why I like it is I think sometimes as being a reaction channel and not like a podcast or something, although I would like to do podcasting someday, but the idea that we're watching movies, TV shows, we're reacting to them, rinse, lather, repeat, right? But there's also an aspect of this where it can become a little bit impersonal because we don't have a lot of direct interaction. You know, there's social media and there's some stuff like that, but and we try our best there, but I think it's good because people are getting to see, like, that's a story where people are actually getting to, like, know you, right? Like, real, like, man, you know, this is something that on, like, more of a personal level, I never knew about this cat, so.
Yeah, and Kevin, Revenge of the Nerd, you know stuff about me that's tied up with my whole origin story about why I am or why I was the way I was, why things happen the way they happen. Anyways, another interesting Q&A question. If you could choose one person, living or dead, to have dinner with, who would it be and why? Let me preface this by saying you can't say Jesus or you can't say Jesus. So I'm just going to say that now because I'd probably pick him. But if not him, Tom, you go first.
So it can be somebody dead or alive have dinner with. Right now, just the first person I'm thinking off the top of my head, just because I think it would be a really cool conversation, a lot of fun, and something I could walk away from with some knowledge and information and have good stories to tell, would be Matthew McConaughey.
He's a cool son of a bitch, man. McConaughey. I love McConaughey, dude. He's awesome. I mean, obviously, he's in my favorite show of all time, The True Detective season 1. That's a good one. A part of me wants to say Hayden Christensen because I'm obsessed with Star Wars. I love Anakin. He's one of my favorite characters. I got to meet for like 2 minutes Sam Witwer at a convention, and he was a gentleman, handsome, knowledgeable, scholarly guy, dude. He was so cool to talk to. But like a part of me is like, okay, Shane, like as someone who's trying to grow your business, this channel, your life, you're trying to become a better man, you're trying to become someone of value to your family and society. I mean, McConaughey would be good because I feel like he can drop some wisdom and he can articulate it really well. A part of me, like, where can I get that?
And it would probably grow us another 20,000 subs overnight, but that's a different matter.
Hey, Goose, are you bouncing, by the way? If you are, man, much love to you, brother. Anyways, Michael Jordan, let me say this. Not Michael Jordan, he couldn't always communicate what made him so great, because what made him great, he had so many physical gifts. And people who are so physically gifted, they're not always the best coaches because it came easier for them. Okay? I think Kobe Bryant is a good example of someone who's physically gifted, but he didn't run a 4.340 like Michael Jordan. He didn't have a 50-inch vertical like Michael Jordan. Kobe had to, and he wasn't rookie of the year. He sat on the bench his first couple of years with the Lakers. He had to really put in the work, way more than Jordan had to put in the work, I think. So Kobe Bryant, who's also one of my favorite athletes of all time, I think sitting in a room with him, talking to him about his mindset, getting inspiration from him would be pretty freaking cool. I would love that. Well, yeah, and Revenge of the Nerd, I did answer this earlier. I typed it in. would you be able to play the game Portal? And I said maybe it might happen. I tend to try to just put that stuff on a poll, but I have been wanting to play Portal for years. All my I think like Rick and Aaron, my very pretentious, well, not Aaron, but Rick, who is a video game scholar like me. He's a very pretentious gamer. He loved Portal, would always talk about it all the time, and Half-Life, and Valve, and System Shock. So I kind of rejected it for that reason. But I do know it's a great game. I would love to play it. Yeah, they have what LeBron is missing. Oh, absolutely. LeBron don't fucking got it. He don't got it at all. Also, JJ Redick. I would love to talk to JJ Redick because he was a nobody. He was an all-star, one of the greatest college players of all time. He got into the league. He was drafted by the Orlando Magic, and they thought he was a bust. He said he didn't see any playing time his rookie year. He was in danger of getting kicked out of the league, and he fucking locked in. He got his body right. He got his diet right. He vastly improved his speed and strength. And he decided, okay, what can I do? What can I offer the league? What's the one thing I can do? Is I can specialize in just being a catch and shooter. And he became one of the best shooters in the history of the NBA. And he stayed in the league for 15 years. Yeah. RJ, the artist. Hey, how's it going, man? By the way, we've been just absolutely going off talking. How's everyone in the chat doing? Are you guys liking this?
Yeah, we need some, especially in these early renditions of this. We need feedback on you like it, you hate it, you want to see this weekly. Is Friday night a good night for this for everybody?
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, any kind of feedback is great. I mean, generally talking about everything that happened this week is kind of what we're going for. I don't think we'll always have very deep, spilling our guts out podcasts. Yeah, I was a podcast, and you know what? After a while, I couldn't keep telling the same stories over and over again. And Has Been Hotel, I would love to do season 2, but Zach isn't able to do it scheduling wise. I didn't want to do it without him. So I thought it would be a disservice to do a second season without me and Zach's discussion.
Marie S610, love you too.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, Jamie, are you talking to anyone, or are you just riffing on LeBron James?
Guys, don't get Shane started on the LeBron thing, or we're gonna be here until midnight.
I mean, I don't need to say or do anything. Like,
here we go.
I don't need to say or do anything. I don't need to defend Jordan or Kobe's case, and LeBron has barely presented a case for being the GOAT. It's really the media and Clutch Sports that are propping him up. I'm willing to sponsor the Uber Eats and Chili podcast. Hey, San Antonio Jones, next time we do a video game podcast, or not a video game podcast, a video game stream, that would be great if you want to do that.
Chris Hatley, thank you, dude.
Thank you,
appreciate it.
You should do a tier list to all the shows reacted to on the channel. That would be fun. That would be fun. That is something I've considered doing before. So, you considering buying the TMNT 2012 NECA figures? Actually, I did buy them. They are still in the package, in the box. I haven't opened them yet because my plan is to either open them on this channel or start an anonymous, faceless action figure channel with Zach part-time. But I didn't really want to do that until I'm making a little more money on this channel, because it takes a lot to manage. So yeah, I do own them though. Yeah. Good old Jamie yelling to the wind. What book changed my life? I said it earlier, but The Great Gatsby. But my favorite book of all time, there's two of them. Revenge of the Sith by Matt Stover, and The Count of Monte Cristo, which is also inspirational to me.
That's a good one.
Just to look how this Edmond Dantes, this guy who's wrongfully imprisoned, can have something so wrong happen to him, such an injustice, and for him to transform himself so much, and then he went down a dark path. It was such a cool book. Yeah. What about you, Tom?
Man, I've read so many books, and that's not bragging, but I love reading. It's one of my favorite forms of like release for me. This probably isn't my final answer, but there is a book that I read. I think we talked about this in the last stream the other day, but it's an underwhelming answer, but Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, the book, because I just think it is so brilliantly written. Just think about the concept of a miserly guy who's haunted by three spirits, past, present, and future, in order to change his ways. So he's not doomed to, and it happens around Christmas time. Like, how do you come up with something like that?
Yeah.
You know, and I know that Charles Dickens was known to be a very, very, very intelligent person, but like I read it every year. It's a short read, but I love that book so much.
I never read it. I had to read it. I did have a funny question. Now you guys can see how fat I am standing up. S. Marie asks if I'm ever going to read Lord of the Rings. I got the books right here. One day I will read them, but I want to make sure I could do it in a way where I'm really, truly giving justice to the material. You know what I mean?
The Lord of the Rings books are absolutely incredible.
Yeah. RJ, the artist, that is freaking hilarious. The feet, the elephant feet, the Ninja Turtles, Alapec's not returning, and Leonardo being annoying. Yep.
There was I lost track how many reactions we had where you couldn't even go on because you're just like, Tom, I can't stand those stupid elephant feet.
I know. This is the Hobbit right here. Yeah, I hate their feet more than I hate communism. And I hate communism and socialism, right, quite a bit. But I don't mind social safety nets. Which song describes your life? I'll tell you, one of my favorite songs that every girl I've ever been with in my life said every time I played on my radio, they go, "That's me. This song is me." What song do you think I'm thinking of, Tom?
Hanging by a Moment.
No, fuck no, Hanging by a Moment.
You used to sing that song in the car all the time. We would talk over it, and you would be like, "Shut up, shut up."
No, I love that song. I do. I'm talking about one of my favorite songs. Every girl I've ever dated, when they hear this song in my car, or in my,
so we're going back like 20 years.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. "Meet Virginia" by Train.
Oh, how did you expect me to guess that?
You've never heard a girl say this? Virginia is me. You never heard her say that?
No.
Are you? Well, Tom.
I've never hung out with a lot of girls, Shane. I never had luck with them like you did. So.
All right, Thomas. All right. Let's look at the lyrics here real quick. Hold on. I love that song. These girls in my life have ruined it for me. All right. See if I can do this real quick. Nope, can't do that. She doesn't own a dress. Hair is always a mess. If you catch her stealing, she won't confess. She's beautiful. Smokes a pack a day. Wait, that's me, but anyway. She doesn't care a thing about that. Hey, she thinks I'm beautiful, me, Virginia. She never compromises, loves babies and surprises. Wears high heels when she exercises. Ain't that beautiful? Well, she wants to be the queen. Then she thinks about her scene. Pulls her hair back as she screams. I don't really want to be the queen. So it's just like
this ain't it. This ain't it.
This is the song that, oh my God. I mean, for one thing,
this ain't it.
This is one of the greatest songs ever.
And listen to me, man. The lyrics are good.
Yeah.
The lyrics are good, dude. But at the end of the day, as a musician, I can say like they had better songs than this, in my opinion.
Okay, well.
And I wasn't even a big fan of Train, but
Well, I will say
I think Drops of Jupiter to me.
Mr. Pretentious. I'm a I play the fucking guitar at church. All right. Yes, Drops to Jupiter is also one of my favorite songs, but I think Train is best. I think Train is right up there. I like Train
Hey
more.
Soul Sister's a good song. It's
Soul-
catchy.
Yeah, Soul Sister. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so hold on a second. I just Shane, you motherfucker. What? Hold on. Respond
Wait,
to me
what do you?
via
What do you
text. Oh, you, Shane. I guess one time during a Blind Way stream, I replied to his text on air. So I don't remember that, Kevin. I don't remember that. Man, a lot of memories though, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, dude, in terms of songs that, what was the original question, dude?
Jamie, I'm not lying. I don't know. You must have me confused with somebody else.
Thomas the Train.
Jamie, you've had way more luck with girls than I have.
No, Jamie said no luck. Tom, I really thought you would laugh your ass off at me saying that.
Because Jamie's he's goofy and he's funny.
Jamie, I'll just say you self-sabotage. It has nothing to do with anything else but you. That's the correct answer. There's no luck. You create your own luck. All right? Anyways. Mailbag. Okay, Kevin. Okay. What's my spirit animal? Turtles. Turtles are my spirit animals.
There you go, man.
Yeah. What about you, Tom?
I don't know.
Like a Black Panther or some shit?
Why has it always got to be about race with you, Shane?
I don't know. Just old racist Shane Farley.
I don't know, man. I don't know. These are hard questions, guys. Give me a softball. Give me a layup here.
Tom, I've seen you shoot layups. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Okay. You know what's funny? What I wanted to do is do a workout podcast where we're both working out, but, you know, I'm so fucking fat, I don't want people to see that. Shane speaks the truth.
Just calm down, Jamie. It's okay, dude. You're in good shape here.
You're in better shape than me, Jamie. Oh, man. Well, Tom, feel good?
Feel
Want to keep
good.
going?
That's up to you. Do you want to go to maybe 9:15, 9:30?
Okay.
Call it.
What is your opinion on the pedestrianization of Norwich City Center? I do not have an informed opinion on that, so I don't want to speak on it. All right. What's one thing are you most grateful for in life? My children.
Same.
Yeah. I need to know my least favorite movie trope. I don't know. Because I criticize the criticism of movie tropes. Everyone is a movie critic. Everyone thinks they're a fucking movie critic. There are movies I like and dislike, and there are movies that sometimes they take a trope that's been done a million times, and I still like the movie.
Right.
There's movies out there that are critically acclaimed and, you know, whatever, and I think, you know what, I like it, but it's not my type of movie. Blondes or brunettes?
Oh, Mando, there's a good. Now, see, this is a question that we can get behind. It's one or the other. Brunette? No, I'm blondes.
Blondes? I love all God's children, so.
But yeah, no, I appreciate the beauty in women, regardless of their hair color. Truthfully,
Tom, that is the biggest sack of shit I've ever heard in my life. I thought you were going to say I appreciate the beauty. No matter what they look like, no matter their hair or color, no matter what their teeth look like, I love all God's children. I know that ain't true. What are you doing down there? All right. So, Latina to be specific. Yeah. I play all my cards I don't have to. Jamie, you're like a song. You're just this fucking song, like a country song. I play all my cards I don't have to. I'm too trusting, too giving, and too foolish at times. That is like a proverb, Jamie. A proverb. The Book of James.
Goose, well done steak or rare. That's kind of like the two extremes, right? Like, why can't we do? I like mine medium rare.
Medium rare, yeah. Yeah, I know that's a stereotypical answer, but yeah. Yeah.
Actually, Shane, do you think this weekend we could do the reverse seared steak? We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, maybe. I gotta go out there and buy $50 worth of steak. We'll see. I got some burgers that are frozen that I think we can eat, or I would just. I mean, the way it is, man. The way our schedule is.
I know. So,
are you leaving on
guys, Monday night. So, guys, I know we've explained this a little bit, but this, I guess, is a good time for maybe someone who hasn't heard it. But I can't speak for the rest of the channel, but me specifically, I'm down once a month to the studio to film all the content that I'm in. So we normally do 2 to 3 full days. And when I say full days, I'm talking, 14, 15-hour filming days.
Well, you froze.
Shane, you're frozen. I think we lost you, bud. There you go.
Yeah, sorry about that, dude. You froze. It's probably my internet connection.
So, yeah, so what? I'd say 14-hour days, filming days?
Yeah, we have like 12 to 14-hour filming days. And sometimes, like, when you're watching like the 5th episode of Game of Thrones, it gets a little tiring. You know what I mean? It gets a little tiring. All right. This is an age-old debate. Who would win in a fight, Ninja Turtles from the 2003 or the 2012? We haven't finished the 2003 yet, but I'm going to say the 2003 because the 2012 Turtles are still kids. They're truly teenagers trying to become men, trying to become ninjas. And that's the strength of the story. The 2003 Turtles, they're already kind of badass, and you know what I mean? Is that right,
I'm
Tom?
really liking the 03 show.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Now, that being said, I said it before and I'll say it again. I am just counting down the days until we can start the 87.
Well, they have to vote on the 87 or the 2021 show or 2023 show.
Guys, I am begging you. I'm begging and pleading with all that I hold dear. Anyone with ears to hear, let him hear. Please vote 87. We're going to do them all eventually, right? Like that's the thing about it.
Yeah, we'll do them all eventually. Yeah, Tom comes once a month. Jamie comes once a month. But we thought about doing some reactions on Riverside, which is the app that we're using to do this podcast. And I can tell it's working pretty well. I feel like, Tom, that we have it feels like we're kind of in the same room. It's not quite the same, but yeah. Hot dogs or hamburgers? I'm going to go hot dogs, man. Like, I love a good burger. But
really?
Yeah, if you're asking me to make a hot dog or a burger, dude, I'm making a fucking hot dog. I mean, a burger has to be done the right way for it to be good. A hot dog, you throw ketchup, mustard, relish, onions, chili cheese. There's so many ways you can eat it. Hot dog.
Mando, to answer your question, I am about 3 hours from our main studio, and I think, Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, you might be around that, maybe a hair more.
1 second. Zach's daughter wants me to make sure we didn't get him the same gifts for his birthday.
Yeah, Mando, so to answer your statement, it would be cool. That's kind of the grand vision and dream of the channel, is one day for us to all do this full time. Me, Jamie, Matt, Zach, we all have other full-time jobs, of course. This is Shane's full-time gig, but we'll see how it goes.
I'm over here.
But Shelly Marie, I agree with you. I would have to take a cheeseburger as well. I love a good bar cheeseburger. Like, you know how sometimes those weird, like, almost hole-in-the-wall bars, they have really good, like, food?
Dude, sometimes they do. Like, every time I go to a pub, their burgers are terrible. They're
really?
They're this big. A big hunk of meat has no flavor. Lettuce, tomato. I mean, the bun's this thick. They don't taste that good, man. Like I think I make a really fucking good burger. I love my burgers, but it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
If you're asking me for the best burger versus the best hot dog, I'm probably going to pick the best burger. If you're asking me right now, do you want to make some burgers or hot dogs? I'm probably going to make some hot dogs. Okay. And there was another question up here. Do we watch soccer? So I don't watch soccer, but I catch the World Cup sometimes.
Yep, same.
I have a lot of friends they played soccer. They're super into it. And I actually played a lot of soccer because my graduating class had a lot of really good soccer players. So like I'd play defense all the time in the off season against my friends just to help them out. But like I can't dribble, not really well at all. I probably look like a sixth grader dribbling. So yeah, I mean I like soccer. I have a lot of respect for those athletes, how much they run, their global impact. Cristiano Ronaldo's. I mean, dude, I watched that guy's highlights on YouTube. That guy's a fucking man, dude.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's a fucking man.
Athletic. He's handsome.
Yeah. Grew up poor. Yeah, I mean?
So this is a good one here. Epool74, do you hold back saying your true opinions on shows to not offend anyone? I'm not going to say hold back true opinions, but we have to be tactful in how we deliver that, right? Because, like, we're not on here to offend people intentionally and, right, like, push people away, but we also want to be authentic with our responses and our engagement, right?
Yeah, so I don't hold back my opinion. Yeah, I don't hold back my true opinions. I mean, fortunately, I've never watched anything on this channel where it's like, this is dog shit. I've never, because I always pick shows that I know I'm going to like.
Time out. That's not true. There's one that you made us watch. And you told me ahead of time how terrible it was.
What?
Just take 10 seconds and think about it. You made me, Zach. It was a movie.
Oh, that's the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yes.
That's different. I mean, that is supposed to be painful. That's why people want to watch us watch it. You know what I mean?
Bro, it was so painful, man. But there's still... I was just thinking about it the other day, as a matter of fact. That guy who went nuts and was like, "Sta whip, 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 sta wah!"
Yeah. Dude, that was wild. Burgers are so much better for you. God, yeah, Sean, dude, they are better for you. Hot dogs have a ton of nitrates and nitrites in it. Darren, howdy guys. Sorry I'm late. It's all good, man.
What's up, Darren?
Oh, Ronaldo has the biggest Instagram account? Damn.
668 million.
Good God. Oh, Shoelace Ace. Dude, I love Shoelace Ace just because I love his name.
Shane, how much money do you think that our YouTube channel would generate if we had 668 million followers?
On YouTube?
Just YouTube.
I mean, we'd all be living at Blind Wave, we're all living very well. Like a high income, upper class living. And we didn't even have 1 million. So yeah, I don't even know. I can't even fathom that much money. So, oh, by the way, hamburger, I want them cooked in the pan, not on a grill. Yeah, not on a
Crypt. So to bring you up to speed, Crypt, right now we're having a semi-split discussion between burgers or hot dogs and how terrible the Star Wars Holiday Special was that we had to endure.
God damn you, Tom. I told you to tell me if my audio wasn't that fucking good. You fucked me in the ass, Tom. You fucked me.
Your audio's been fine to me on my end.
Okay. Kevin's over there. Hey, it's going to be as good as Tom's if you move the mic closer to your mouth. Okay. This is a good question right here. Well, hold on 1 second. What are we podcasting on? Hey, Crypt. I haven't talked in a while, man. We're on Riverside. That's the app that we're using, and obviously we're on YouTube. What other stuff did we miss on here? What is something society has lost that you wish we still had?
Chimney sweeps. You know how hard it is to find a good chimney sweep, Shane? And I'm not even joking.
I don't know.
You know how many times in the course of business we've needed a chimney sweep and you can't find one? There used to be chimney sweeps everywhere. Now there's no chimney sweeps.
Yeah, these guys during the Great Depression, they used to do with their little boys. There's pictures during the Great Depression. They're walking up and down the sidewalk, and these kids are covered with soot. Okay. I mean, in all...
He said hot dogs are irredeemably disgusting.
That's fucking horse shit. I'm going to ban you from the chat next time you get out of line like that. I'll tell you that right now. In reality, I mean, Tom and I, we are old enough to remember life before the internet, and also young enough for it to have taken over our lives. It's such a weird generation.
Yep.
But there was something great about life before the internet, about being disconnected, about sitting in your room and go, all right, you got to like be bored. You got to raw dog. You just raw dogged life all the time. Yeah, I mean, you didn't have like, there's no moment like you're taking a deuce or you're in an elevator, you look at your phone. Like it's so bad for
having
people
to actually approach girls to get phone numbers and then call their house phone and risk talking to the parents first.
Yeah. Dude.
Hi, is Susie there?
Susie, yeah.
No, there's. Oh, she's not here right now. May I take a message?
Tom, you remember when I got that girl's number at the mall? And
when her mom was there?
Well, I remember that. But I'm talking about the girl, gorgeous, stunner. She's a blonde. And then I was late getting back because I was hanging out with her inside the picture booth. And I had her number. I was like, look, guys, give me that. And you took it, you crumbled up, and you threw it. And then, like,
me?
And then, like, 2 weeks later, you were fucking dating this girl.
Hold up. Rewind. So I know who you're talking about, but
Brittany.
But this first part of the story is questionable to me. So let's.
Motherfucker, I met her first at the fucking mall. I had her number. I was hanging out there in the photo booth. I ran out.
Why did I crumble her number up?
Like this, the way we do things all the time, just stupid things that we see on TV. We do it. You crumbled up, you threw it. I said, no, turn the car around. He's like, nope, I'm driving. No. And then then like 2 weeks later, you're dating this girl. Facebook official.
How did I pull that off?
I think what happened was I still remembered her name and I was talking to her on Facebook. I don't know what happened, but I just remember how the fuck are you dating Tom?
Facebook wasn't like a big thing that we were utilizing then.
It was our junior year. Yeah, our junior fucking year.
I thought like AOL Instant Messenger was still like the big thing then. Right?
Yeah, for sure. We were using that also. I don't know. I mean, that happened. Trust me. All right.
I don't remember the crumbling up the number. I feel like I wouldn't have done that to you, especially if she was that good looking.
I think you were fed up because I was taking forever, and you thought it was.
So
funny.
I was mad because you were running late, and I got mad, and that's different. Okay, I could see myself doing that.
Yeah. God.
Well, I'm sorry for what it's worth.
It's all right. So money we're making on Blind Wave. I don't know. I mean, a lot, Ace, a lot. I mean, my last year there, the last 6 months I was there, 6 figures a month. Not a month. I'm sorry. I would have made 6 figures. I did make 6 figures actually, which is a lot in 2020, and it's a lot in this small town. So, and now I'm living in my parents' basement, so you probably understand the difference. Shane, do you like your spaghetti sauce really wet or a bit dry? That's a good question. So I'm kind of a spaghetti savant. I do make my own sauce from scratch. I use Sans Marzana tomatoes. Or I'll get a bunch of cherry tomatoes. I'll cook them down with an onion and garlic.
Guys, don't listen to any more of his nonsense. He uses SpaghettiOs. He's got cans of SpaghettiOs.
I love SpaghettiOs. That's my guilty pleasure. I don't want very watery spaghetti sauce. I want the spaghetti sauce to be cooked down to a appropriate thickness. I cook my pasta al dente, then I finish it off in the sauce. And I like to use a combination. If I'm not making meatballs, my meat sauce will be half pork and half beef. So yeah, Tom was AOLing her.
Instant Messenger, man. That was that was the way it was done.
Oh my God, crypto! Oh, dude, you open up a $700 Mega Charizard. I love Pokemon. I do miss Pokemon cards. I'll tell you that right now. Tom, JV, you fucking pervert. What are you talking about on here? My God. Anyways, guys, so that's pretty much it for the podcast. They won't always be this long. They won't always be this deep. And they probably won't even happen every week. But our plan is to happen. The plan is oh my God. The plan is every Friday, be right here to recap the week, any funny stories or any natural conversations that take place. A couple more questions. What's your best horror that you watched this year?
Good question. Mine is either going to be Sinners or Weapons.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Sinners is a better movie than Weapons, but Weapons to me had the best moment of the year of a movie I've watched.
In our reaction, there's a point in the reaction, guys. Go check out go check both of those reactions. But the Weapons reaction is worth watching for us. There is a moment in time in which it's one of the funniest things that's ever happened since I've been on the channel.
Yeah, it is Weapons is a great reaction. Go check that out. More than that, Mando, when I was there. It might be less now. I don't know. And okay, so I think that's probably a good last question. Guys, so Malachi is going to be streaming video games Wednesday and Saturday. We're going to be doing this on Friday. And Liana's going to be streaming The Last of Us on Sundays.
She should be about done with it now, right?
Well, it's taking her forever, Tom. It's a fucking snail's crawl because it's her first game.
Yeah.
But I do want to pick up a video game to stream. I have thought about, and Tom and I have thought about trying to play League of Legends just to try it out because so many people want us to play that. I don't know how to do it on here. I'm not quite sure. Maybe someone can help me out with that. But what I really want to play is some RPGs, some other maybe God of War 2. Tom, if you and I can get on here and run a game multiplayer, that would be fun too.
Absolutely.
And I'll see you in a couple days because Tom is going to be coming down to film for our 14-hour-a-day filming sessions. So maybe we'll jump on, do a little live real quick while he's here. Okay? Anyways, guys, when it comes to podcasts, we will see you next Friday. Also, we got $41.39 from chat. Thank you so much. It actually
Thank you guys so much.
It really helps the channel. Absolutely. That really helps, and you guys being here helps a lot. Anyways, guys, much love, and we will see you, both of us, on here next Friday. Bye-bye.
Night, guys.
Tom, let me end this chat real quick. Make sure